Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today we're going to be reviewing this fella, Clairvoyance by Magic Rock Brewing, and all their cans seem to have this same sort of wacky, see, here's one here. In fact, I've got a few of them around. Yeah, I've got about 4 or 5 different ones of these. Hence why I need to crack on and get one done. So this is Clairvoyance. It's a double dry hopped IPA. So it's a DDH IPA. 7.2%. So we're in interesting territory. Can't get the lid open. I ain't got them sort of nails, and I've been working my fingers all the time. Sometimes they get sore. So yeah, a double dry hopped IPA. Here. I've just cleaned the glass as well. A smoothly balanced and refreshing IPA brewed with our house Golden Promise base malt, along with Golden Naked Oats. Oh, Naked Oats. Premium base malt, along with. I've just read that. I'm sure I have. Oh yeah, wheat and massive passion fruit aroma. Very tropically. Along with wheat and acidulated malt, Citra and Vic Secret hops in whirlpool and dry hop deliver aromas and flavours redolent of passion fruit, mango and lime. Fermented with our house Californian ale yeast to give a great drinkability and clean hop profile. So yeah, Magic Rock. Gotta be honest, been reviewing beers 2.5 years. But obviously there's thousands of breweries out there that I've never had a beer from, and yeah, they came to prominence at last year's Morrison's Beer Festival, and since then they've exploded in all shops. So hazy, I would say golden pour, whitehead, lovely aroma. I do love passion fruit. Right, let's dive in. Waste not, want not. Yeah, even here I've got one, two, three. At least 3 of their beers I can see straight off hand. Yeah, at least 3. So yeah, got a good foothold in supermarkets now. I ain't got the mango and lime yet. I've definitely got the passion fruit. Oh. So, the weekend is upon us. And it's funny how the weather forecasts are all to cock at the moment. Because today, it was supposed to be cloudy all day. But sunny, beautiful sun. And then for the next few days, it looks like it's going to be great. You're thinking, great. But we'll see. It seems they've gone from one extreme to the other. Now they just can't get it right at all. And yet, during the lockdown, it does make you wonder if the government control the weather. Because at the lockdown, the start of it, it was getting brilliant weather day after day after day. Hey, bring back them bloody days. Oh, that's nice, that is. 7.2%, certainly my type of beer. I've got some strong ones somewhere that I bought in a beer hall from Drink Supermarket. Gonzo Imperial Porter, that's a 9%. Oh, he's getting drank soon. Problem is, I drink all the strong stuff, and then I'm left with the stuff that I look at and think, oh God, I can't be done with that. Or I drink the stuff I fancy first, and then I'm left with the stuff I'm not so keen on. And then you do a review of the stuff you're not so keen on, and they get more views, and you think to yourself, what happened there then? I mean, I've got the old 67% on the wall at the back there. That'll be drinking soon, but the way this channel has already gone, I think we're on 970 now. So I did say that when we can do live reviews, I'm going to do that. Might not be the first live review, but it'll soon be pretty soon. Depends on when we hit 1,000 and when it falls. If it falls when I'm at Blackpool, then it won't be. But hey ho, that's if we get to 1,000. Might never get there. You never know. Oh. Oh. So Nottingham Forest sold one of their lads, young lad who came to Forest, did well for Forest, and he went about it the right way as well. He played well, played out of his skin all last season. Aston Villa have come in 16 million for him, and obviously, like most clubs these days, you can't be turning down good money for players. You just hope you can produce more and still try and get back into the Premiership. I suppose until you're in the Premiership yourself, if someone comes along with big money, you have to accept that big money. As annoying as it is, because obviously losing the good players, not what we really wanted to do, but so very drinkable. Not really getting the 7% from it. And I do find with a lot of these tropical beers that you don't until afterwards, and then you're like, whoa, I felt that bugger. So there I am today, and keep hearing this fucking noise at the back of me. What the hell was that? And it's the acorns dropping off this oak tree, and Quercus robur if you want the Latin name. But they keep clattering on things, and you think, and I'm on my own, working at a hotel on my own, on the outside of the hotel. Couldn't even get in for a shit. Yes. Not go down that road with that story. Not yet. But anyway. And then you're there and it's quiet, and then all of a sudden you bang, bang, you think, fucking hell, what's all that? And I tell you what, it took about freaking the life out of me. I was glad when I turned the little mower back on, the ride-on mower. Drove off. All I could hear was the mower then, not these bangs coming from different angles. Oh dear. I've never been much of a ride-on mower fan, but I tell you what, the last 2 days I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. Saves the old legs. 49 now. I need to think about saving the legs a little bit more. Oh yeah. So looking forward to the weekend again. But that's not because I've had a bad week at work. It's just, you know, you think to yourself, yeah, good weekend, chilling. Or hopefully chilling. I mean, last weekend I built that frame for the base for the hot tub, and it's not broke yet, so that's a good thing. It's not straight, but it's not level at the moment. I think I put some, because the garden's not quite level, I put some underpins in, and the underpins have somehow fell out. So it's not exactly straight. It's on a little bit of a wonk, but there you go. Can't win them all. So Magic Rock, like a lot of breweries, they're really churning out a lot of beer these days. Try and find and go to their site. So yeah, beer. I don't want to look at clothing. And you look at their site and not the cheapest of beers at times. They do a mix pack for 27 quid. 6 different beers for 27 quid. So yeah, on the site. It's funny how, so you know, beers, you look at shop price beers and then you look at brewery price beers, and these days, and I've noticed it in Nottingham, with some beers like 5 quid a can, and you're like, oof, that's you know, pricey. But it seems to be the thing these days where these big cans are getting big prices. But obviously people are paying for it. You know, they've obviously got their overheads. They have to pay, and I've only just learnt this, that they have to pay, so because they brew something at a certain thing, they have to pay VAT on that before they even sell it. Which is bollocks, really, isn't it? You know, you think you won't pay anything until you sold it. Unless I've read wrong, but which is I think it's ridiculous. I've noticed today on the way home from work, I got dragged another way because of stupid road closures, and yeah, traffic. Wow, the busiest I've seen it in the last 6 months. You know what we're now, September, so we're in the 9th month of the year, since March the 3rd, yeah, in 6 months, the busiest I've seen traffic on the roads. Absolutely bloody rammed, although I did go by 3 schools, so my own fault for being a prat and going by schools. You do wonder how many of these parents are only like a couple of streets away, and why they can't walk instead of using cars. I mean, we live 2.5 miles away from my little one school, so for my wife, driving's really the only way. It's too far. Buses are just too inconvenient, and walking's out of the question. But if you're round the corner, bloody hell, save the petrol, save the environment. So, very enjoyable drink, starting to get the strength now, as you can hear by my voice. And just so as you know, I absolutely hate my voice on camera. I listened to myself earlier because I gave my boss a rundown of what I've done in the morning. I use WhatsApp, and primarily because obviously I'm in a new job, and I feel like it's justifying my role. I know we're in a very trigger happy environment at the moment. I don't know if he will pull the trigger at any stage. So, you know, just justifying what you do is good. Letting him see what you do, being crystal clear. I have nothing to hide. You know, I work very hard, and my thoughts towards, you know how some people go into a job and they're, oh, it's a fucking job, I'll just piss about, do what I need to do. And I've seen it in Sainsbury's where they do the fucking littlest, and they're there, and you know, they're plodding about listening to music and that, and then I'm there fucking, and then at the end of the night I'm having to finish their aisle off because they pissed off, and they're left like a pallet, and you think to yourself, they have fucking loads of time to do that. And so with me, justifying my work, so I'm letting them see what I'm doing, and everything's positive. You know, all aspects of what I'm doing are positive. You can see the impact is there, it's there straight away. I'm turning a site that's been neglected, and it has been neglected, and he will agree with me on that score. If he ever watches these videos, he'll agree with me that it's been neglected, it's not as good, it's not as pristine as it should be. And I, over the next 6 to 8 months, will return both the sites I work on to a very high class site. hopefully perfection. And for me, as a gardener, there's an easy way of doing it. At the moment, everything's hard because you're having to bring it all back in. But when I get it to the easy way, I'll make it look easy, which is what I did in my job. The last job I went to, you know, the shit job, and the job 2 jobs ago, I made it look easy. And because of the way you work, you know, in any job, you use weed killer to your advantage. For me, I hate strimming. I hate it. It gives me hay fever. So to eradicate strimming, using weed killer and then using wider tree bases and that, to eradicate all that, and it's just clever gardening. You know, doing it still looks great, but you're doing it the easy way, and that's what people don't understand. But by doing that, I'll be taking on more work and more work. So another gardener would look and think, shit, I can't manage all that. Whereas for me, because I'm managing it my way, I make it look easy. Which is why when I left the job I'm in and the job I was in a year ago, my last 2 jobs, the streetwise job went to pot. They lost 2 or 3 contracts. They lost, and yeah, and the standards are not the same. But there's gardeners and there's gardeners, you know. Just because you can mow your lawn don't mean you're a gardener. I mean, I can change a plug, don't mean I'm an electrician. I can drink beer, don't mean I'm a beer reviewer. Well, hopefully I am. But anyway, lovely tropical beer, passion fruit. Didn't really get the lime. I got a bit of melon. Didn't really feel the lime at all, or drink it even. Definitely getting the strength though. Jesus, that's walloped me in the end. Another good beer from Magic Rock Brewing. For me, one of the up and coming nationwide beer producers. Anytime you get your products into the supermarket chains, then you know that you're becoming a big player. Obviously, supermarkets will sell it at a certain price. So what you sell it in your shop doesn't always translate to what the supermarkets are getting at. But obviously, those of us who realise these things realise that you go into your local brewery shop and buying a beer, you're buying one, so you're probably paying £3 a can. For example, supermarkets are buying 100,000 cans, so they'll get it at £1 a can, and simply because the mathematics of it means that these are still making profit because they're producing mass, whereas with you and most other things, they're selling it, but they're selling it because they're not, you know, they're only selling in small numbers. Always something to think about, you know. I thought all the same years ago. I thought, why the bloody hell are they selling that? But there's a reason why. You buy in bulk, you get it cheaper, basically. So yeah, a lovely golden pour, hazy golden pour, whitehead. Passion fruit on the nose, passion fruit on the taste, a little bit of melon, didn't get the lime at all, but a good, really nice IPA. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Clairvoyance, 7.2% of goodness. And that's it from this beer review. Hope it was interesting, and see you soon. Cheers. And as always, thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting. And I do read the comments. Well, the comments that show up in YouTube, not all the comments show up. All of a sudden I'll see comments and I'll be thinking, I've never seen that comment before. I do like the ones where it's a sexy girl online. I think to myself, what's that about? You know, I like your comments. And then you look on you look at the thing. It's just some obviously it's a fake account with some woman, and who's meant to look pleasing to the eye. And you think, do I fall for that shit? Of course I don't. I've had a website for 20 years. I don't fall for none of that. So why even bother? But there you go. That's life. They all try it, but... And if you do fall for it, don't. For fuck's sakes, don't fall for that shit. It's like these dating sites. Half the profiles on dating sites are fake. You're messaging some woman thinking it's some fucking gorgeous girl, and it's a woman who's got 100 or 1,000 accounts. She's messaging people all over, all over the world, and there's a lot of fake out there. Keep away from the fake. Thanks for watching. See you soon.